We have to leave. They'll come and kill us.
Tornado, listen to your father.
One of the things that I love about the Tornado, it's all this mix of genre. We have Western, we have revenge, we have samurais, we have so many things. What was the first thing that drew you to play this character? It was a conversation with the director. It was as soon as you read the script. How was that processing for you to decide and choose this character to play?
I think it was after I read the script, and I mean, I loved how fast-paced the script was, and it was very, very. It was not heavy in dialogue, and I loved how each character portrayed the characteristic without depending on the dialogue. And I loved how fast-paced all the characters was developing during the journey they had. And what really drew me as well was the aspect of the sword fighting, because it was my first time challenging myself in doing any action and any sword fighting. And Tornado as a character, she really drew me because she started off from a girl not knowing who she truly is and not knowing who she wants to become, and then she turns into a very independent, strong and brave woman. So I loved that transition and gradation that the characters had.
You mentioned something important, and it's the physicality of your character, and how difficult it's for you being your first time, because you have to act, you have to think on your move, you have to learn your dialogues, you have to have this face of revenge that your character has, because it's a beautiful line about "this is my father's sword." It's so many things that they make your character special. How hard is for you to play something more physical and then have everything that you have to say in your mind?
It was very, very difficult and physically demanding. I didn't think that I would need to train as much to simply hold a sword. And I mean, so I did 3 months of training prior to the shooting in Japan with an action team. But oh my gosh, my body, I didn't know it needed so much preparation and stamina and muscle strength, because I remember after doing like 3 hours of non-stop training, my hands would be shaking non-stop. And I had my body shape changed, the way I moved my body changed. And I remember I was training barefoot in the studio and my skin was peeling off of my feet and stuff like that. And I mean, yeah, the first part of the sword fighting training was very, very physically demanding, I think.
One of the things that I love about the creation is the revenge. Something happened to your father, who's a ventriloquist. To me, something special about it, because there's a bond, there's a relationship that is broken. And how do you create as an actress? You have to navigate between being a daughter, this overprotected daughter, to now being this wild and looking for revenge woman already, because it's like when what happened, your character changed from being a girl to be a woman. And how was that transition for you in terms of characters? Because I assume that John Maclean, the director, helped you to shape this, but also you're surrounded by great actors like Tim Roth.
I was thinking whilst reading the script and being on set, and first when Tornado, she's living with her father, making a living by doing the puppets. I feel like she isn't thankful for what she already has, like the warmth she has from her father, the food she has, the place she's living in. She is sick and tired of it, and she's finding ways to just go out of her father's hands and be herself, be independent. And I feel like she's not grateful for what she already has, and that is one of the true strong meanings, strong messages in this film, I think, is to be grateful for what you have right now in your life. But so when she steals the gold and she finds this opportunity to change her life, I feel like that kind of guilt she has, that really deep guilt she has, that, oh, I made this and I caused this to happen to my father, that was a very big thing she has, that guilt that she turned her life and her father's life. And also the moment she decides to change all of that guilt into revenge, I think that is a very big turning point in Tornado, because she decides that she's going to soak her hands in blood and she wants to have this revenge. So I think the moment she decides to draw out her sword is the true moment she really turns kind of into a different character. And I wanted to make that a clear split point of having like something in Tornado snap in a way that she changes her mindset completely. So I wanted to show that Tornado snap point and turning point clearly, I think.
But also very important, it was the name meaning, tornado. If we think about the meaning of a tornado, it's like it's something that just suddenly show up. We don't know how strong it's gonna be, but it's destroy everything around, and it has no mercy, like your character.
Yes, exactly. But I love how Tornado, I loved how she doesn't simply become an assassin and a cruel assassin who just kills everybody. I love how she has this calm sense in her, like deep in herself, because she, like, I don't want to spoil everything, but she doesn't end up just, cruelly slashing. She has this like calm sense of dignity, I think, that she has learned from her father. So I loved how she kind of stops herself and says, like, to clear out her mind and to be very silent in emotions in a way.
How do you expect the audience take away from this movie? Because now the movie is going to premiere not only in the States, but also going to be distributed internationally. What do you expect that the audience learn from the movie, take away from everything that happened, like learn from you, because this is the kind of the first time that a lot of people are going to see you in a main character.
I think, overall, the message of the movie of, like to not be scared of being your true self, and to really love what you have right now. And, the journey of becoming, oh, I don't know who I am, into becoming, this is who I am. I'm a very strong, independent, and brave person. And I think that, the transition is very, very beautiful as a person. So I think that is a very big message in the film. And I want the audience to see all the, the teamwork we had, and the beautiful scenery and the music as well in the movie, and the cinematography. Robbie, he did an amazing work. I think it is extremely beautiful, and we shot it in film. So I love how it kind of have this not retro but vintage kind of mysteriousness throughout the film. And yeah, I just want everybody to see the hard teamwork we had together.
Just really quick, have you seen the movie, right?
Yes.
What was your first impression when you watch everything that is already out there, that you watch yourself playing your character? How was that feeling the first time?
First time?
Yeah.
I didn't know why, but I just couldn't stop crying, because it was the first time I saw it was in the Glasgow Film Festival, and all the team was there. John was there, most of the cast was there, and I just seeing our work on the big screen with the audience was something truly touching to me, because I felt like our work is now being displayed and seen by the audience. So I was very, very emotional. And yeah, I felt like the film Tornado is truly portraying John's world and his kind of imagination. So it feels like you're like diving into John's world. I think that was the first impression I had.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations. It's a really fun film, and I really enjoy it.
Thank you so much.